Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen episode number 2 reaction. Okay, the previous episode it was a great beginning. We get to meet the main character Yuji. Yeah, that was his name, Yuji, and we see how he is a strong boy. Yuji is a very strong boy. He just casually breaks world records like and like we get that scene with at the beginning we get the scene with Gojo and him, which was something that is going to happen later on. Sometimes animes do take in a scene and shows it a little bit earlier, that type of thing. And then we get to see his grandpa, his grandpa's final, amount, like the little amount of time he had left. His grandpa passes away, and we get to see Yuji's part of the occult club, and then he meets what's his name? I forgot his name. That guy, the guy who was trying to find that cursed object. He comes in, he talks about the cursed object, and we realize that his club members might be actually peeling off the talisman. And monsters come out, and we see that Yuji come in and actually defeat the monster with his bare fist, kind of not defeat him but kind of stop him, and saves his his friends. And yeah, but later on he kind of gets caught up, and to save his friends and himself he consumes the cursed object, Sukuna, I think that was his name, his finger. And now he is controlling his body, and that is where it ended. So yeah, let's see what happens in this episode number 2. And yeah, let us begin. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here, and sync it to whichever is your preference, and let us begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy. Yeah, he's controlling himself. Oh, it's going away. No, the tattoos are gone. The tattoo kind of thing. Oh, there he is. Ha! What? Oh, that's why he has the bag. Oh yeah, I ate it. He's like, wait a minute, nothing happened to you after you ate it? Oh wait, he realized. No, he's controlling him, I think, like repressing him. Oh, is he going to fight or something? Oh, okay. Megumi. He said that. He mentioned that. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's see how strong he is. I don't remember this part that much. It's been so long. I've read what. Whoa! Oh yeah, he is strong, like he mentioned. Damn! Whoa! Damn! Okay, well, What will happen to the school? You're literally breaking it apart. Damn. What? Oh, oh the time. Yeah, he said that. So he repressed him again. Damn. Oh, he's back again. No. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Well, yeah, he was saying that a few moments ago. Okay. There you go. Like I said. But no, you just said that you won't let anything happen to him. Oh, suspended. Okay. Oh. Ah. Wait, are all of these Sukuna's fingers? Oh, okay, I was like, yeah, it's like, did she just destroy it? Oh no, okay. Oh, so that's the one finger he ate, and that's the amount of power he has now. Oh, but no, why not feed him everything and then kill him? Ah, I just said that. Yeah, that's the like like the better option here. Like if he's a vessel, yeah, or that they can destroy all of the fingers at the same time. Okay. Interesting. So, okay, I was thinking, I was like, damn, this Sukuna, like the person inside of him seems pretty strong. However, Gojo can easily, like, just easily defeat him like that easily. So I was like, is he really that strong? But then I realized, like, it's only a product of one finger. So one finger produces that amount of power. So imagine what will 20 fingers do? He'll be an unstoppable monster then. Like, he'll get his whole body back then. Okay. I don't know why, but he's like like his face and the eyes that come out. It kind of looks like like gills. Fishes have gills. That type of thing. Okay, let's see. Suizawa Hospital. Oh, it's her. Oh, is this the other friend, Iguchi? Oh damn, he got beaten up. Yeah. So he has the. Wait, are we allowed to tell her all of these? Oh, okay. Hmm. 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 Remember when someone died? Damn. Ooh. Yeah. Choose your hell. Yeah. Yeah, like he saw what happened, and obviously his grandpa said that help people. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna eat it. I feel like eating this is going to give more power to Sukuna, so will Yuji be able to repress him just like before? Oh my god, imagine eating a finger. Yeah. Oh my god. Can he still repress? I think he can. Maybe it is hurting him, but. Or maybe not. I don't know. Okay, no, there you go. Next time, put some salt on it. Well, yeah. Yeah, he ate the second one, which means. Or. Oh. Ah. School, okay. Technical jutsu. One of the three first years. Wait, there's only three first years? Oh. Okay, I don't remember anything about this episode at all. It's been so long. Hmm. Oh, only two. Ah, okay. Principal. Immediate execution. Wait, what the? Hey! That's inconvenient. Well, four arms and two faces. Huh. Okay. Okay. Probably him. Exactly. Him. Definitely. I think so. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Wait, what? Hey, is this the principal? Oh my god. Yaga Masamichi. Damn. Ah, oh boy. Well, well, he'll be executed. Oh my god. Because he can do something about it. That is why. It's not your wish, though. Yeah, that's the thing. However, oh, wait, he can control these things? Oh, damn, that's a fast doll. Yeah. These are not made of cotton. What are they made of? Oh, nice. Damn. All is bouncing now. What the hell? Oh boy. Damn. Hey! Is mocking him as well. Ah. Hmm. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's why he's saying, "Oh God, at least let him think." You know, let him come. Oh my God, he made a full 360. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, nice. All right, yeah, grab it. There you go. Yeah, that's what I said. Like this is something that he can do something about it. This is different from other situations. He can do something about it. That's why he's doing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Respectable answer. Hmm. Oh my God, that doll. Oh God. Oh boy. Yeah. Wow. No, he said that he wants to do something about it. Eh, he's like, oh, I got one. Here, I'll feed it to you. True, that is true. Hmm. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Like Sukuna also wants him to consume it. No, no, he wants him to eat it. No, there he is, Megumi. Oh my God. Nah. Okay, I do remember this part a little bit. I think the girl comes in now. Um, I forgot her name. Yeah, this girl. I do remember this part a little bit. Scout? Yeah. Okay. Damn. Whoa, this is a stylized ending. Damn. Okay, this is a really good song. Oh! Damn! Okay, is that it? Yeah. So this is episode number 2, and we get to see here Yuji joining the academy, the Jujutsu Tech, I think that's what they called it, and him getting like a new goal. All right, so we begin this episode with Yuji can control Sukuna within him, and when he's able to control it, the tattoos and everything is just gone completely, and he is, he's like fine, he's able to suppress it. And Gojo comes in that moment, and that scene was kind of funny when Gojo's like, all right, like, I'm here finally, so what about the cursed object, did you get it? And Yuji's like, I ate it. And he's like, oh yeah, for real? He's like, yeah, for real. Oh boy. And I love how casually he took it. He's like, all right, you know what, fair enough, you ate it, that's interesting. And like, usually, like, I've seen characters in these type of situations, they would be like, oh, what the hell, how can that be possible, that's how they would normally react. But he's like, ah, okay, well, I guess. And he just accepts it so easily, and he goes to him and kind of like, looks at him, and he's like, all right, you know what, he is correct, he's actually suppressing it. And he I think he kind of made sure here if Sukuna is actually controlling him and making them lower their guard, or is he really able to control it. He kind of made sure here, and he's like, all right, you know what, okay, he is telling the truth, he has both of them are actually combined now, and he is actually controlling it. So he's like, okay, so you know what, can you do something about this situation? Give your body's control over to Sukuna, and then take control back after 10 seconds. And Yuji's like, all right, fine, sure. And that's what he does. And Gojo, Sukuna comes and attacks Gojo. And here in this section, I was like, all right, you know what, let's see how strong Gojo is. He's pretty strong, but at the same time, I was thinking here, like, I don't know, I feel like Sukuna should probably be one of the strongest beings here. But then how is he that easily being defeated by Gojo? Like, he's not even breaking a sweat. Like, when Yuji or Sukuna goes and attacks him, he's like sitting on his back that quickly, and then he's just moving and attacking him, like, like, he can't even track him down, he's that fast. And I was like, is Sukuna this weak? But obviously later on we realize that this is only the product of one finger. There's 19 more fingers left. So this is barely the start. This is like 1/20th the power that he has. So there you go. Obviously, when he gets his full power back, it'll be way more difficult to stop him. Okay, so like with 1/20th amount of power, he's still doing so many, dealing so much damage. And we can see Gojo quite easily stopping him. Now, I'm not exactly sure what his power is, Gojo's power, but we can see this one scene where he's standing, and there's the debris of the building are kind of floating, in front of him. So I'm guessing, is that his power? Like, I don't know, telekinesis? Is that his power? Who knows? Let's wait for it. I'm sure I'll get my answer. However, I think that is probably his power. The way the debris was floating, is probably like the product of his power or something like that. And then he's like, all right, you know what? He starts the countdown, and as soon as he says like, all right, time is up, Yuji gets the control back, and he's like, oh, everything is fine now. And Gojo's like, all right, you were correct. That means, you can actually control him and suppress him. And here we can see, like I said, his power is probably something to do with that the rocks were floating, something to do with that. He was doing like this and the rocks were floating, and then he kind of removes his hand and the rocks fall down. Anyways, he's like, okay, so you can actually control him, and he kind of knocks him out, and he says like, all right, so uh, tell me, what was his name? Fushiguro. I think Megumi, was that his first name? Something like that. He's like, tell me, Fushiguro, what should we do with him? And I was thinking Fushiguro was going to say something like, oh, like, like just execute him, or, like exercise him, because that's what he was saying at the beginning. But here he says that I think we should exercise him, but my personal opinion now, I've changed it. I think we should help him out because he is not at fault here. So do something about it. And Gojo's like, all right, fine. My precious student is asking me, so let me do something about it. So we can see that Fushiguro changed his mind, probably after realizing that Gojo can actually, not Gojo, sorry, Yuji can properly control it. And not only that, the fact it is true, like what has he done wrong about this? And he just ate the finger to protect his friends, and also Fushiguro was also saved because of that. So if you look at it in that way, like he just did that to protect others. So it's not at fault here. And like, if you had to say, you should probably commend him for showing that bravery. So that is why he was probably like, yeah, like he's not at fault here, so try to do something about it. So Gojo's like, all right, fine, I'll think, let me do something. And we get to see that he's like explaining all of this to Yuji, and he's like, all right, so there you go, that is all the recap I told you. And he then says that I was able to talk to the higher ups, but like, there's something about the higher ups that no, there's something about Sukuna, like obviously Sukuna is too strong, like that is something that scares the higher ups. And that is why he says, where's that part? Okay, he's saying, so you're not killing me right now. And he says, okay, let me explain from the top. There's 20 of them in total. And he explains how Sukuno has two hands. That is why there were, 20 fingers. And he also has two heads. So, and then he says like, we cannot destroy these things. And the curse gets stronger with each day, and the seals of modern day jujutsu sorcerers cannot keep up. That's why the elders are pretty scared about this. They're cowards, so they're demanding to kill you now. But Gojo said, like, recommended that why not use this situation and make it so that we can destroy as much of Sukuna's fingers. How do you do that? And this is exactly what I was thinking at that moment. I was like, wait a minute, if that is the logic here, that the elders are afraid, that is why they should destroy that finger now that they can do it, since Yuji can consume it and keep his control. So if that is the logic, then why are they not letting him consume all of them and then killing him? Literally that would actually mean that they're destroying Sukuna completely. If he consumed all 20 of the fingers and then if he got executed, then yeah. So I was thinking like, why they're not saying that? And that is exactly what Gojo says. Gojo says like, I recommended them that. So there's no guarantee that a vessel capable of controlling Sukuna will ever come around again. You're the only one here in front of us now. And that is why I proposed this. If we're going to kill you anyway, why not kill you after you've absorbed all of Sukuna? The higher ups agreed. So there you go. So obviously, he gives him the option. He's like, all right, you die now or die later. That's all I can do for now. So there you go. Now next we get to see Yuji has gone to his school, and he sees that girl, the senpai, and the other senpai is also kind of like in the hospital, in the nurse, like in the nurse room, and he's obviously a lot battered and is not fine, and Yeah, like we can see that Yuji's kind of blaming himself. Like the girl blames herself. She's like, oh, like I used it's my fault. I took I invited him in the school, and that is why this happened. But Yuji's like, no, like these are actually like curses, jujutsu, curses. And the one at fault here is probably me. And I was thinking, like, wait a minute, he's telling all of these things to her. Is he allowed to do that? Like, I don't know. Like, I thought that this was supposed to be some kind of a secret, but maybe not. So he tells her about it, and he's like, oh, it's my fault for picking it up. So he says that everything will be fine. Someone will come and like heal him up. And he tells goodbye to her and leaves. And yeah, and then Gojo sits down and is talking to him. He's like in the what's the word, crematorium, I think that's what they call it, where they burn the ashes, like come and they kind of make it into, keep it inside like an urn, that like crematorium, isn't it? Isn't that what they're called? I think so. So they're over there, and Gojo asks like, oh, who is this? He's like, oh, it's my grandfather, kind of like my dad. He was, and here he kind of asks more detail about this curse. And Gojo like answers him. He's like, yeah, you know what, like this is the thing that happened, is something that usually happens very rarely. Usually what happens is people die gruesome death because of these curses, and it's fortunate enough that you even have a little bit of the body left. So what happened was something very fortunate for everyone who was involved. None of them died. So that's what's going on. And like, so obviously Yuji's granddad told him that, oh, help as many person as you can. And this is the thing, you remember the next part later on, when the principal is like, oh, like this is not your, like your choice, your grandfather told you. So so many people die of diseases, illness, car crashes and everything. You don't think about them, so why are you thinking about the curses? Now I would have to disagree in the way he said, like he was kind of correct, but what I disagree here is that, here's the thing, car crashes, natural death, like, and all the other stuff, accidents and stuff, these are stuff that no one has any hand in. Like you don't know when that's going to happen. And like so many things happen so many places at the same time, so there's no way you can control that. So you have no power over it. However, the current situation here, the whole curse situation that's going on with Sukuna, only Yuji can probably do something about it, because he has the power of consuming it and like and helping them out. And that is the main difference between what he said. He said, like, what about natural disasters, natural way people die every day? You're not doing anything about that, so why this? Obviously, because he has some power over this. All those, the natural causes of death, nobody has any power over it. This is something that he has some power over, and he could probably change it, and that is why he's doing it. Obviously, like, that is, I feel like that could have been the most simplest answer over there, but Yuji does kind of explain it in his own way to him later on. So yeah, but I think if he said this, if he told him that, yeah, you know what, I understand what you're trying to say, but those things no one has any control over, but this thing I have control over, that is why I'm doing it. I want to help. Like, if he said that, I think he probably would have accepted his answer then and there. But either way, this is the thing, and this is probably what starts, like Yuji thinking about in this situation. He's like, yeah, grandpa told me, and I have the power to do something about it, so I will do it. And he asks more details about the situation. He asks Gojo. He says that, oh, so like, if I consume the fingers and then they execute me, will there be lesser people who are harmed by curses? And he asks about this, like, whole scenario, and double checks everything. And Gojo's like, yeah, definitely, a lot of people will be saved. So he's like, all right, fine, I'm going to do it. And he asks for the other finger, and he eats it. I don't know how he's able to do that. How can we eat a dried up finger like that? Like, and not only that, it even has the nail on top. Like, that's disgusting. Oh my god. Like, props to him. Like, I feel like controlling Sukuna is way easier than actually eating it. Like, that's disgusting. It looks so like, ugh. Anyways, and the way he just casually puts it inside of his leg, like a French fry, just grabs it and puts it in his mouth. Oh boy. Anyways, so now here was the big revelation here. Like, what is going to happen after this? He eats it. Is Sukuna's increased power, will he be able to control it, or will he not be able to control it? So obviously this is a second finger. So 20 fingers. This is a second finger. So 1/10 of his power, as Gojo says, is restored. So as soon as he eats it, and Gojo's like, all right, let me see what happens. Will he be able to control it? And for a moment, it seems as if he got a huge boost of power. Sukuna comes out, and Gojo's like ready with his hand. He was like, I don't know, like kind of, like just taking up, like putting his sleeves up or something like that, getting ready. But then, like we can see that Yuji is able to control it, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, fine. It's gross, but yeah, I was able to do it. And Gojo's like, damn, that's crazy. Like, he's impressed. He's like, that settles it. It's not just a physical tolerance. He can control Sukuna without any problem. And yeah, and he says like this is like a very rare, like like a once in a lifetime you get someone like this who has this amount of tolerance and can actually like control someone this strong within them. So like Yuji is actually very talented in these type of things. So okay, now so okay, he's like, all right, so you're ready to do this? And Yuji's like, yeah, I'm ready. So he's like, all right, let's go. So Megumi comes in a little bit, kind of. He's like, Yuji's happy to see him, and yeah, he's like, all right, let's go to the academy. What was the name? Jujutsu Tokyo Metropolitan Jujutsu Technical High School. Jujutsu Technical High School. All right. So he's like, let's go. He says like, you three will be the only like first years, and there are the second years and all of them. So yeah, all right. So Yuji's ready. He pays respect to the grave, and then is like goes to the academy. And Gojo explains how this is on the outer surface like a normal religious school, but in the inside, these type of things we don't do. A lot of Jujutsu sorcerers continue to use it as a base even after graduation. It's not just for education. It's a pillar of the community, and it's for support, mediation in missions too. All right. So he's like, all right, first what you need to do is go and talk to the principal. So he's like, wait, what if the principal doesn't allow me, and will I be immediately executed? Okay, while this was happening, Sukuna pops in. His mouth comes up in his face and he starts talking randomly. I love how Yuji, whenever he's talking, he like slaps that place. Like this part is like talking, slaps this place. This part starts talking, he slaps this place. That was funny. Anyways, Sukuna is like, yeah, like I'm going to get you, like after I get all my whole power back, and the first person I'm going to destroy is you, Gojo. And Gojo's like, oh, I'm honored. Sukuna will actually try to kill me. And so yeah, here he explains a little bit more about Sukuna. He talks about how Sukuna is a person who actually existed thousands of years ago, and people tried to stop him because he gained too much power. However, he no one could get go against him. And in the golden age of Jujutsu, sorcerers gathered up all their might to challenge him and failed. So yeah, he's like a demon lord, that type of thing. And crowned with the title of Sukuna, he traversed the ages after his death as a cursed object, and he wasn't able to be destroyed by anyone. So here, interesting question that Yuji asked. Yuji's like, who's stronger, you or him? Now I was like, oh, definitely him. If he gets all his fingers back, he's definitely more stronger. But Gojo says like, no, wait a minute, this part. He says that, good question. If Sukuna regained all of his power, it might be a little draining. Yuji's like, will you lose? He says, I'd win. Now, I was so confused about this part. I'm like, if you can win, why are we even going through all this troublesome situation? Couldn't he destroy? Like, a few moments ago he explained how even after his death, nobody could destroy the cursed objects. That is why, like, they're trying to find it out and gather them. But then he says that even with his whole body restored, he says he will win, Gojo will win. Is he just, I don't know, like, he seems like a very, like a very casual, goofy type of guy. So is he like just being positive here? Or is he legitimately, like, what can I say? Is it legit that he's stronger than Sukuna? I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't know. Like, if he really had that power to go against Sukuna, like, I don't think anyone would be this, like this concerned about the situation. Like, oh, like, Sukuna, even if he gets his body back, Gojo can just, like, defeat him. It'll be a little bit draining, obviously, but he can defeat him. Wouldn't this be the case? So why are people so concerned about the situation if Gojo is actually stronger than Sukuna? I don't understand that. And that is why at the beginning I was like obviously not. If he gets all the fingers back, he'll be way stronger than Gojo, I think. But Gojo says, no, I'm stronger. So I don't know, like, which is, what is he trying to say here? Like, and then if he really is stronger than Sukuna, then why are people concerned about the situation? Anyways, so they get inside the room and we meet the principal, and he's like a big man, with sunglasses, sewing some plushies. Okay, and he asks him, like, there was like a little, like, like a little test that Yuji had to go through here. He asks a few questions, and the biggest question that he asks is like, why are you here? And he says like, oh, I cannot leave all these people alone, like they're in need, and I can, like, like I can help them out. That is why I'm doing this, and this is someone's dying wish. And the principal says like, people don't even know are dying due to crimes, accidents, and diseases in the natural course of life. But you're telling me you can overlook it when death is caused by a curse. So here we go. Like, this is the thing. Like I said, all those things that he mentioned, death, like natural causes, like accidents, disease, normal age, like all these, yeah, he's correct, people die, but those are stuff that no one has any hand in. However, this in particular is something that Yuji can do something about. So I think Yuji, if Yuji said something like, oh, this is something I have complete control over, that is why I'm doing it, I think he probably would have accepted him then and there. But Yuji also kind of explains it in his own way, like this guy starts using his power to use the plushies to attack him and to see his, like, resolve, and he's like, this is not your wish, this is your family member's wish. And he tells him that what you're doing here now is something that you're relying and putting everything on your grandpa's dying wish. So if something happens to you in the future, you're going to curse your grandfather. Do you want that? And like, and this part I kind of agree. I'm like, yeah, what Yuji is doing, obviously he's saying like, oh, this is my grandpa's dying wish, but he needs to actually what's that word, like, he needs to actually change it so that he himself says that, no, it's not my grandpa, obviously it was my grandpa's dying wish, but it's also not my wish now that I'm doing this. So that is something that, like, he needs to I don't know, realize, or otherwise, like, yeah, it is true. I kind of agree with the principle here. Like, if something happens, irreversible happens, he might think like, oh, my grandfather told me to do this, that is why I'm doing it. It would have been better if I didn't do this before. So he was probably going to put it on him, like, that is the thing. It's like human brain, like, that is why I feel like the principal was like, no, you need to, like, actually solidify your resolve, not because of your grandfather or anyone else, because you want to do it. And okay, here we go. He says a Jujutsu source is constantly facing death, and not just their own death. Sometimes you must ignore the victims or tear apart the flesh of a curse, and it's an unpleasant job. You have to be highly motivated and perhaps a little crazy to handle it. And you are doing this just because someone else told you to. Don't make me laugh. It would be believable if you told that you were doing this, postpone your execution. And here we go. Here's where he says, he's like, is it going to be your grandfather's fault when you get killed by a corpse? Yeah, like, because now he's saying that it's because his grandfather's dying wish, that is why he's doing this. But then when he'll die, will he also say that? Then that will be like cursing your grandfather, you know. And this is where Ryuji realizes what he's trying to say, you know. he says, you say some pretty darn harsh things, old man. Okay, education includes helping students and make them realizations. And he kind of thinks about it here. He's like, wait a minute, I'm not really gets punched in the face by the plushie. And he says, like, with the way things are going, you might end up cursing your beloved grandfather. Jujutsu sorcerers never die without regret. I'll ask you once more, why have you come here to Jujutsu Tech? Okay, so here Yuji kind of thinks about it in his own head, and he's like, I've always been good at stuff, but I've never once thought that there's something I've never once thought there's something only I can do. There you go. You know what? This is what I was saying. Like, this is something that he can change. That is why he's doing it. And this is something he realizes now that, yeah, this is only something that I can do. That is why I'm going to do it. And he grabs the plushie. And he says, like, consuming Sukuna is something only I can do. There you go. Even if I manage to run away from my execution or from this responsibility, I'd be there eating, taking bath, or reading manga. But I'd get depressed the moment I stop to think, oh, I bet someone's dying right now because of Sukuna. Exactly. Like, this is like a different way he kind of explained it, but this is exactly what I was saying. You know, this is something he can change. That is why he's doing it, not because his grandfather told him to do. And like in a different way, he kind of explained it to the principal. He says that I'll be doing my normal stuff, but then I'll be thinking that, oh, since I did not take the responsibility and ran away from it, probably someone is dying now because of Sukuna, and I had plenty of options to stop it, but I did not take it, and that will be a regret that he feels. And he doesn't want to feel that regret. So, and since he's the only one who can do it, nobody else can. That is why he's doing it. Okay. So, you know, that's like a very good, response, obviously. And the principal is like, all right, you know what? Fine. Gojo, show him to the dorm and give him the security rules, explain the security and the rules to him too. You have passed. Okay, so next we get to see he kind of goes into the dorm room, and here Gojo kind of tells him that, oh, you could have easily just not done anything, you could have just stayed here and we could have brought the fingers to you and just fed it to you. You could have easily done that. But he's like, Gojo's testing him obviously at this moment, and he again says like, no, I want to do it, I can change something, that's why I want to do it. And Gojo's like, good job, good answer, I was just testing you, because yeah, there is an option, a role you have to play here. That is, since we're searching for it, you being the person who is who has Sukuna inside of him will be inevitable to get closer to them, because Gojo explains how some of the fingers might be too this presence is too much, that is why maybe they won't be able to figure it out, or sometimes it's the presence is nearly not even there. So in that type of situations, they need Gojo, because he can act, not Gojo, sorry, Yuji, because they can use him as a person who can track it down, because Sukuna is inside of him. And also the fact that Sukuna also wants Gojo to consume all the fingers so that he gets his power back. Like, this is such an interesting, what can I say? Like, premise. Basically, the enemy and the and the good people, both of them want the same thing. Gojo is like, yeah, we need all the fingers so that you can feed it to him and then kill him and destroy Sukuna once and for all. And Sukuna also wants Yuji to track down all the fingers because he's like, oh, I'm going to get all the fingers back and I'm going to take over his body. So both the team are actually working in the same direction, which is one of the most rarest things I've ever seen in an anime. Usually what happens, the enemy team and the good team, like, both are kind of working in the opposite direction, like against them. However, here, both are working in the same direction. Both have the same goal up to a point. Obviously, then they'll kind of clash again. However, up to that point, they'll be walking the same goal. So Sukuna will actually be helping out Yuji to get the fingers, and so will like the Jujutsu Tech, like everyone from the Jujutsu Academy will also help. Both of them will be working towards the same goal, that is to get the fingers back, which is very rare. You usually don't see something like this in anime where both of both the sides are working the same direction. Up until a point, obviously. So okay, now next we get to see Megumi's room for a little bit. Megumi's just beside them, and Megumi's like, what the hell, why did you bring him here? Like, more annoyance. And Gojo's like, oh, but don't worry, there's another person we need to welcome here. She's coming. And we get to see this girl, and I do remember this part. I do kind of remember this girl a little bit. Like I said, I saw the first 3 episodes, so the next episode I also have seen, but I've probably forgotten. Like, this episode I remember almost nothing about it. Almost nothing. A few sections I kind of remember, but that is it. So I do remember the girl, but I only remember the girl, nothing else. I don't even remember what her power is exactly. So next episode we'll see that, and this girl we see, she's probably coming from the countryside. Yeah, he says, I can finally kiss that damn countryside goodbye. And she's kind of having this kind of a dream. She's like, oh, I'll be in Tokyo this afternoon. Will I be scouted? Like by Stardust. Wait, she's going to the Jujutsu Tech, isn't she? So doesn't she know that? She's talking about being scouted? Oh, probably she thinks that, oh, maybe she'll be scouted by some idol group or something. I don't know what she expects. But yeah, anyways, so that is where it ended. So, great episode. Episode number 2, we get to see Yuji joining the Jujutsu Tech, and him having like a clear goal now. And we know what he's going to do. He's going to consume all the fingers, and then they'll execute him. I don't exactly think they will be executing him by the end of it, because I'm pretty sure he'll be able to control Sukuna, and I'm not exactly sure what Sukuna... Like, this is the thing, this is like one of those animes, like it has a premise where, like a bad person or like an evil entity is inside of you and is trying to work against you. So usually what happens in these type of situations in anime is that the bad entity inside of you changes their mind by the end of it. I don't exactly know, will Sukuna be someone like that? In the end, will he be like, all right, you know what, yeah, like, like I'm not going to do bad stuff anymore? Will he actually change, or will he still be this crazy, like, thing inside of him, always trying to act against him? Like, this is like because one of the biggest examples of this type of an anime where there's someone inside of someone who's like an evil entity is Naruto. And we do know what happened by the end of Naruto. So this is usually what happens in these type of premises. That's why I'm thinking maybe this show will also have that, or maybe not. Maybe this will be like an exception where till the end of it, Sukuna will still remain a bad person, and he will, like, after getting all his fingers back, maybe we will actually have to stop him somehow. Like, I don't think they'll be executing Yuji by the end of it. I doubt that. But they will at least do something about Sukuna by the end of this this whole story, if he still retains his evil personality. If he changes, that's a different thing. But let's see. I'm kind of curious how this is going to go towards, and I'm really curious as to what Sukuna will do. Will he actually change, or will he not change? Will he still remain an evil entity even by the end of it? Let's see. Anyways, that was it. That was my reaction to episode 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That is it, guys. So thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.